James's Park today is no place for the faint-hearted, either on the pitch or off it, because Newcastle must beat West Ham to keep alive their hopes of an automatic return to the First Division. West Ham too need all 3 points if they're to make the playoffs. It's a case of winner takes all. Of course, Newcastle could have lined up on top of the Second Division if they hadn't failed to score a league goal at home for the first time this season against Swindon on Wednesday. But the impressive quality of Newcastle's football in midweek encouraged manager Jim Smith still to believe his team can go up without going through the trauma of the playoffs. No team changes, so the Football League's leading scorer Mick Quinn, whose goals have been the foundation for Newcastle's promotion challenge, comes face to face with his namesake. Jimmy is the name, 12 goals in 18 games since he joined from Bradford to help revive the Hammers' bid for an instant return to the top flight. West Ham, regenerated under Billy Bonds, are just outside the playoff frame, but their undoubted quality makes them perhaps the team everyone fears. Yet they went down 3-0 at Oldham a week ago and still have the ground to make up. Stuart Robson starts the match for only the 5th time this season, and £1 million man Frank McAvaney is on the bench again, still to make a full appearance after breaking his leg on the opening day of the season. Today's referee, Vic Callow from Solihull. The season's work perhaps hangs on the next 90 minutes, especially for Newcastle United. They haven't lost at St James's Park since January the 1st against Wolves, and they daren't get it wrong today. West Ham have only lost 3 games in 14 under Billy Bonds. They've all been against promotion rivals, Oldham, Leeds, and not far away at Sunderland. These will be nervous early moments, although Newcastle, to their credit, showed very little signs of the pressure and the amount at stake against Swindon in midweek. And manager Jim Smith has said that his United team, like the United they face today, like to play football. And if they can produce just half the quality that was on show against Swindon, then the crowd of some size here today will get full value. As managers always say, it's all about the result today. Packed in there on the Gallagher end for Newcastle's last home game of the season. They know what's at stake. Stimpson now, and that'll be easy for Miklosko. Robson winning that one. Aitken. Good ball for Dillon, running well into space there. It's got men in the middle, Quinn and McGee. And just wide there, that was a glorious chance for Brock. And Brock made up the space so well. The break was on, the centre was perfect. And Brock, who wouldn't claim to be the greatest header of the ball in the Newcastle team, failed to find the target. Stimpson towards this one, but it was Kevin Scott who won it with another determined jump. Brock, nice ball to McGee. Now, Quinn's inside of him, plenty of West Ham defenders. Will he go it alone? McGee still going. Rob there, Miklosko wants it. And there was hesitation and confusion between Miklosko and Gale there in the middle of the defence after a brilliant run by Mark McGee. He's so dangerous when he picks up pace. And Newcastle starting to show. Aitken. It's away by Dix. Ranson gets on with it quickly for Dillon. And away by Foster. Those two bursts have certainly shown the West Ham defenders they might expect if Newcastle get into their stride. And it's more the raised level of the crowd involvement. Looking for McGee. Foster won it. And Brock. And appeals for the penalty. Brock still going though. It'll come for Ranson. That only needed a touch. It's probably meant as a shot. Ray Ranson will be the first to admit. But the danger of balls banged in there to a crowded 6-yard area. And no one for Newcastle able to deflect it on target. Now Christensen with a bit of space there. Men are outside him to the right, but he's still going through the middle. McGee, skillful play that. Ranson is out wide. Didn't quite reach him, it has done now. And Quinn! And he couldn't quite get the power on it. But a great build up there from Newcastle. Ranson it was who was available all the time, and when they found him, he knocked the ball in for Quinn. The turn was there, but not the power it needed to beat Ludek Miklosko. Now it's West Ham who break, and Quinn miscued there as the ball came in. Chances for both Quinns then at opposite ends. Stuart Robson creating that opportunity, and Jimmy Quinn losing his bearings and not getting any sort of a clean strike on the ball. Two best chances so far have definitely gone Newcastle's way. Quinn. Now West Ham break through Stuart Slater. Trevor Morley making up ground, looking for the return ball. Dix, great save by Burridge. The bounce was awkward, and West Ham signpost the dangers again. Julian Dix moving up to support the front men. The ball played back, the shot was quickly in, and Burridge was down quickly. The bounce was awkward, but he fielded it well. Kevin Keane has gone across to pull this one out. The central defenders are on the near post. It's Foster who came off it, and it's broken comfortably there for John Anderson as Newcastle break out of defence. Christensen is wide on the left in space. Dix, though, had read it. Anderson never got any real conviction on the pass. Aitken's touch for Ranson. It's broken again for West Ham. Jimmy Quinn. Robson. Stuart Robson looking for the shot. And this is Kevin Keane. And there was a chance there again. They're appealing for the penalty. And a dangerous break there. And I think he's given it. Penalty there. Aitken goes across to argue. The ball was played in there. The tackles went in as well. And the referee said the offence was on Martin Allen and gave the penalty. Dix against Burridge. And it's there. West Ham take the lead from the penalty spot. The skipper, Julian Dix, makes no mistake. And that is an absolute body blow for Newcastle United. Julian Dix was kept waiting, but it did nothing to upset his composure, and he put the ball away with some poise. 35 minutes gone then, and it's West Ham who take the lead from the penalty spot. Newcastle United 0, West Ham United 1. Steve Potts, Robson, and Robson going past his man and another man, and faint hearts then around St James's Park as Robson went down, but referee Dick Callow certainly not interested in that appeal for a penalty. Burridge pops it forward. Couldn't get the flick onto it. Now Christensen. Ball just won't come through there. Anderson whacks one. Anderson, with 4 goals already, has scored 1 or 2 crucial ones. Not really able to test Miklosko there. There goes the half-time whistle. West Ham United in charge and looking composed, all because of Julian Dix penalty 10 minutes before the break. Newcastle with it all to do, as they say. The half-time score here at St James's Park. It's Newcastle United 0, West Ham United 1.
Local Vauxhall showroom.
Well, it was West Ham United who sent Newcastle down to the second division 12 months ago. Are they to prove the team that denies them an instant return on this occasion? Liam O'Brien has come on at the start of this second half for Newcastle United in place of Kevin Dillon. It was Dillon's tackle that actually connected with Martin Allen and caused the penalty and gave Julian Dix the opportunity to give West Ham the advantage. Anderson, Ransom, Quinn, and McGee into the box and still going. Knocks the ball in, and Christensen's there, and Christensen scores! Bjorn Christensen pulls Newcastle level, and the First Division is back within their reach again. Well, what an impact Christensen has had since he came into this side. A lovely cross floated over by McGee, and Christensen made up the ground and tucked the header away with no half faults. That's just the start to the second half that Newcastle needed. It's Newcastle United 1, West Ham United 1, and it's a completely different looking game of football now. And Bjorn Christensen's third goal for Newcastle could not have been better timed. And the crowd, according to Jim Smith, can play their part as well. There's Smith bellowing at his team again. Animated 30 or 40 minutes from him, and the animation too on the terraces as Newcastle sense all is not lost at all. Now it's Stuart Slater breaking down the left. Good tackle there coming in from Liam O'Brien. The running power and the variety to his play to make his presence felt in the midfield. Robson. And away come Newcastle again. Christensen, the hero of the moment. O'Brien. And Mick Quinn. And Quinn turns. And it's there! And it's McGee! And Newcastle are back ahead. It's all going right. They're on the pitch there in celebration though. The exuberance of the moment. Mick Quinn. And Newcastle broke. And the ball was loose. And that spells danger whenever Quinn's around. And he crashed it into the back of the net. And he won't get many more important ones than that. Suddenly it's all changed. 12 minutes into the second half. Newcastle have got 2 in 4 minutes. It's Newcastle 2, West Ham 1. And it's that man again. McGee. Over Stimpson. It's broken his way. And Stimpson again. And McGee. And anywhere will do from Tony Gale. Christensen. Aitken. Terrific shot from Aitken there. McCloskey was happy to knock that one away. Aitken was hovering on the edge of the box and crashed the first time effort in, and McCloskey pushed it away. Scott chasing, it's back for Brock. Or a deflection. Foster gets it half clear. Aitken, Stimpson can keep it moving forward. Now Quinn turns, and the first time shot. He's all about shots, Mick Quinn. Never afraid to miss was Malcolm McDonald's phrase. And that's an attitude that Mick Quinn shares all the way. Straight onto that one. But a good yard or two away from that left-hand post. They're paying for the final whistle here. Anderson. And West Ham have got a corner kick. And it's not over yet for Newcastle or West Ham. Chasing over to take it, Kevin Keane. They're all going forward. Newcastle have this corner to survive. Burridge pushes it over, and it's a corner from the other side. Three minutes of stoppage time played on our watch. Julian Dix is going to take this one. And everybody virtually in that penalty area. Dix with the corner hit towards Stuart Robson, he knocks it back into the middle. And it's Aitken, the skipper, who gets to it. And the whistle's gone. Not for the end of the game, or a free kick there to Newcastle. And Mr. Callow keeping cool, and he's playing out the time he wants. All off the bench there. There goes the final whistle. Newcastle have got the win they needed. They're still in the hunt for that automatic promotion place, and now they have to wait for the other results. The two heroes, one unlikely perhaps in Bjorn Christensen, he's 34 games, but the match winner, eminently predictable if there was going to be one. Mickey Quinn again. But it's all gone the right way for Newcastle, and now they wait for those other results that could decide their fate. The fans can celebrate. Middlesbrough awaits perhaps. The final score at St James's Park: Newcastle United 2, West Ham United 1.
Well, I think the second half performance, was as good as Swindon, really. I thought we knocked the ball around, we kept possession, we frustrated them in a way after we went 2-1 up, and to come from a goal down and go 2-1 up, especially at this stage of the season, shows a bit of character about the team, I mean, games usually 0-0s, 1-0s, 2, at this stage of the season, but to come back from a goal down and not particularly play well first half, I thought it showed the team in good character.
I haven't scored in the first part of the season, and suddenly I've been playing in midfield for 4 games now. I've scored a few goals. That's new for me.
What about that game at Middlesbrough? I mean, it's just unbelievable that it should all depend on a North East derby.
Well, that's right. It's unbelievable when you play 46 games and it comes down to one game. It's one of them things. I mean, they were a good team here when we played them at St James's early on in the season. So I think on the day we've just got to win, and they've got to win. So it'll be a hell of a game.
I don't feel lucky, to be honest. I feel lucky I've scored a few goals, but I don't feel that luck as Sheffield United and Leeds have had the last few weeks. They've scored in the last minute, and own goal in injury time, and I think the luck might have changed, so we will get the luck next week and go straight up.
Well, of course, the game here at St James's Park was just one part of the promotion story.